Yeah, setting aside Regis. Regis was a crush because instead of going through and like fixing the thing, they just slapped the 13-point leader on it and like, hey, now you have an archetype. I mean, I literally said setting aside Regis. I don't know. I don't know how much more explicit I could have been.
How can I help?
I know, I know. I just want to skip to the part where we already like agree on this. Because I don't like Regis. And like Crozier was like, what do you mean? I thought you liked vampires. I'm like, just because a card's strong and an archetype I like to play doesn't mean I think it's good design.
You ought to see the other beast.
I really don't know how I'm supposed to win this matchup, but I'm gonna try. How dumb it is to have a 40-point last say. Yeah. I'd say it's even dumber that that's the only way you get to play a deck. That or Sabbath.
Why don't train on the code?
But I had a lot of fun
Maybe the pendulum. I'm much better at that.
games with Ren-free Vamps against other Ren-free decks. Those matchups were really interesting. Because, like resource management mattered. Even the mirror was super interesting.
No, oh no, no, no. You can't just sacrifice it.
Yeah. And it was all simultaneously the most complained about meta. Yep. Because players are stupid. They're not designers. And apparently neither are the devs. Wait, what?
Who's the courage to fight the Velkarls, eh?
It was also really nice because when you saw another deck, you like kind of had an idea what it was. Like you knew most of the cards in the deck. And so it became a lot of mind games of like against Renfree Double Cross. It was like, hey, you're gonna want to copy my Renfree, so I'm gonna put it in my deck, but then I don't know. Like even like so I remember like the movement deck with all the Zoltans, the overpowered one. There was still like I was like, okay, he can remove a 7 but not an 8. I need to do this. Huh. Okay, okay. Just want to make sure I'm not gonna over thin if I click this. If I thought he was gonna stick around this long. I would have just played a mentor. I don't think there's a need for me to play any of these specials. Maybe Feral Bond would have been good. But it's not even a good target for me to hit with it.
Death sails in circles.
More pain now, less pain later.
Checkmate type win? Yeah. Same. Like, it's funny, right? Especially when you do that to like an oppressive deck, like a military. But like when there were signs that if I could have recognized if I knew the opponent's deck, or there's like, if I have counterplay, it's fine, right? The checkmate being decided in the matchmaker, that's what I have a problem with. Oh, you're playing Frost and it has Veil out the ass, so if the opponent's vampires or, you know, bounty, you just win? Like, why? Like, why does Veil even work that way? Veil should just absorb the first status that's applied to it, just like shields absorb the first source of damage. So if you want to poison a Veil unit, you got to poison it 3 times. Okay. And like it shouldn't be that like you can hit it with a bleed and now the Veil goes away and you can poison it. It should just be like, if you apply status to it, it becomes vulnerable to that status. So like if you lock it, then you get to lock it. If you poison it, you get to poison it. I don't know if that made sense.
Blood everywhere.
There was no way for me to get ahead, huh? Unless I had my own Exo. Yeah.
Why don't train on the cone? I hate it.
And I know I give him like a million carryover. Like, what are you gonna do? That's just the nature of this matchup. Luckily, this isn't full-on pirates. They only have like 2 things that benefit from armor. Like, just Veil is another example of a thing that's like, haha, you ran into this, you lose. There should be almost none of that in the game. This is a little. I want this mentor, but this is also like a good proactive play. Okay, that's fine. Whereas Champion's Charge is not that big a deal, I think. Yeah. I gotcha. It was actually Puzzle's suggestion. But I had wanted some way for vampires to counterplay Veil other than just Purify everything. Because Purify is so powerful. Purify is like, makes a defender not be a defender. You know? I almost don't mind him damaging my stuff, I think. Maybe I do. Hey, buddy. I guess this is my guard turn.
Bloody Gwent.
Yep. Yep, exactly. Well said. And then it becomes, you know... Oh, did you draw your stuff? That's why a lot of my decks are like... Since I spend a lot of time in the 24 to 2500 range, a lot of my decks are cheese, like designed to be resilient to cheese and designed to get round control. Because if I don't recognize what I'm playing against, I'm like, gotta push. And so I tend to favor decks that can push, that want to push, that want to play 3 rounds. Because that's the only way to get around half the bullshit. Like, not the only way, but like, it's one shotgun approach to getting rid of like 80% of cheeses. Or at least identifying them. So that you have a chance of doing something about it.
Thunder on the seas.
That makes my decks, you know, worse in lots of other situations.
Strength matters not if you lack the skill to wield it. Embrace the cold. Let it sink into your bones.
I don't know what the right order is here. I guess Fukusia first?
Shove your knightly virtues up your ass, Erland.
Oh, this is gonna be funny.
Don't make me laugh.
Oh, because of this. Oh, fuck me.
The Morrowind drink with our forefathers!
Man, this thing smurfed for him. That did 8 points.
Sure as my forebears haunt the seas.
Your descendants, my beloved. Sacrifices for men who see one and all.
Make it back to the king by sundown, or freeze.
I agree, Mess. Golden Head in round 1? Yeah. What'd you think? Were the videos boring without music? Or did that one have music? Yeah, he drew literally everything. You guys see this? 30 armor. Holy crap. Wow. I think that's the biggest one I've seen. You still lost. Oh my god, this is going to YouTube. Say hi, YouTube.